Devaney Sports Center. Here's a quick comparison of the two schools squaring off in this first round tournament action game. And you see that the enrollment at Fairfield is less than the home court capacity for Nebraska. We're talking about a small enrollment of 3,879 at Fairfield. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start with the Stags. They come in at 19-12. Rachel Romansky is the setter. Hadley Orr, Caitlin Stapleton at the right side. The other outside is Marilyn Pizer. Haley Moyer and Fitzpatrick are the middles. Carson Mata is the libero and setter. And your head coach, Alia Pittenger, in her 6th season with Fairfield, 113-76 overall, a graduate of the University of Michigan back in 2001. Starting lineups now for the number 8 seed Nebraska Cornhuskers. 3 freshmen, 2 sophomores in the starting lineup, including freshman Ralston and Robson, Big Ten Player of the Year. Cecilia Hall is a sophomore, along with her cohort in the middle, Megan Haggerty and Justine Wong-Arantes, another freshman for Nebraska. Led by head coach John Cook in his 14th season, 571 and 120 overall at Nebraska. He is 4'10 and 47. Nebraska in its 32nd overall NCAA tournament appearance. They are 86-28 in all tournament games. They've made 11 Final Four appearances and, of course, have won 3 national titles back in '96, and they won it again in 2001 and 2006. So it's Nebraska and Fairfield. The Stags come in their 2nd consecutive trip here in this NCAA tournament. Last season, the Stags hit the road also for their first round game, took on USC, traveled to California, handled easily by USC in 3 consecutive. Coach Pittenger feels like they have the experience under their belt. They're used to a big environment, none bigger than here at the Coliseum. Officials, Mary Farragher, Todd Grolzak also. We're ready to go here at the Devaney Sports Center. First NCAA appearance for the Huskers at the Devaney Sports Center. First year in this new Coliseum, seating capacity 8,500, and the ongoing NCAA record for women's athletics in sellouts, 197 tonight. So ready to go. It'll be Nebraska's junior setter, the transfer from Tennessee, starting it off, Mary Pohlmiller, 5'10", junior, out of Littleton, Colorado. Played her first 2 years for the Volunteers, then transferred along with her teammate Kelsey Robinson here to Nebraska, and what a career those two had already here for the Cornhuskers. Sent back by Robinson. Push to the right side. Fitzpatrick tries line. That's not there. Huskers go outside, right down the line with an early kill for the Huskers.
Nebraska really, again, big swing on the outside. Kelsey Feen out on the court.
Kelsey Feen getting a start tonight.
And again, just a net contact there. Again, a little low on that set. Both teams just kind of a slow start here as we go.
Nebraska on top here early, 2-0. Huskers coming off that loss here against Penn State. So terrific throughout that match. Had leads in sets number 2 and 3, 23-20 in both. I'm sorry, sets 3 and 4, in which Penn State and both came back. Here's another look to kill on the outside.
Amber Ralston, again, one of those freshmen we've seen throughout the season, playing very well right now. Played very well in that match on Saturday.
Tip flying down, first points of the match for the Stags. One more look at the dump
Gonna set that ball right over.
Tip try by Hall, not there. Kept alive. Bump set outside by Wong Arantes. Ralston couldn't get the kill. From the outside, Nebraska keeps it alive. Free ball coming to the Stags. Other way outside, blocked by Nebraska off the hands of Hall and out. Another point for Fairfield.
And just a big swing again, trying to get it comfortable. You can just kind of see a sense of unsurety and not really clean play so far. And then unfortunate service error here to follow.
So into the game for Nebraska comes Katie Ralston.
And with us is then serving Katie Ralston.
Bella Guancel, the freshman DS, and for the Fairfield Stags. So here's Katie Ralston. She also had a nice outing against Penn State. 12 kills in that loss. Big block on the outside.
Amber Ralston here on the right side there. Just solid. She's so strong with those shoulders as she goes up, and she really does a nice job also of, again, pushing into the court. Sealing it up, pushing in.
Short serve, quick in the middle, off of the hand of Hall and out.
Again, just a nice high contact. Again, the Stags know they've got big blockers in front of them. They're going to try and use those hands and get some points off that.
So the serve by Carson Mata. On the quick middle, no touch, long. And the Stags with the point. 5-4 here in a slow first 9 points in this first round NCAA game.
Net ball.
So the Stags into the net, gives the point to the Huskers. Now back to serve, Justine Wong Arantes. Behind to Fitzpatrick. Wong Arantes there to keep it alive, but miscommunication. And Robson out there waiting for the set, and no set came. So now back to serve is Camille Coffey, 5'11" junior out of Sierra Madre, California. This Fairfield team recruits from across the country. Look at where their players are from: Denver, Honolulu, California, Riverside, California, Evanston, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, Minnesota, and of course they're located in Connecticut.
So coast to coast.
Slow start for both of these, and there's a look at Aaliyah Pittenger. Outside Robinson. Off the top of the tape, no touch. And it's 8-6. Fairfield with an early 2-point lead, and John Cook has seen enough. Quiet crowd here early on for good reason. Huskers trail 8-6. Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, another sold out Devaney Sports Center. 8,000 plus tonight here for this first round NCAA game. There's somebody who's been in the news lately, and Sean Eichhorst is sitting with him as well. Of course, with Governor Dave Heineman. Fairfield on top here, 8-6, set number 1. Service error. Now 8-7. So a freshman from Wembley, Texas now into serve. Brenna Lyles. And the service error. A very lethargic start here for this number 8 overall seed Nebraska. They sat and watched earlier tonight as Oregon had no trouble with Miami. Just disposed very quickly of the Hurricanes in 3 straight. Really never even close.
It looked very good.
And of course, the winner of this will face Oregon right here tomorrow night in round number 2.
And Melanie Kyle there on that slide, she comes around again. There's a hole there, she finds it, threads it through.
Melanie Kyle has been seeing a lot more time as of late from that middle blocker position for Nebraska. It was just her freshman year. Swing by Kelsey Feen, not down, and Feen does get the kill.
So a few different faces that maybe those who have been watching before getting an opportunity to perform here tonight. Kelsey Feen, 2 big swings and a couple big kills.
Good up by Wong-Arantes out of the back row. Robson doesn't terminate. Another big block thrown up by Nebraska. On the swing with Pfizer, and Pfizer's blocked. And that's Kyle again.
Yep, Kyle does a nice job really working hard to get to the outside. Close that up, and look at that strong hand pushing across.
On the slide, cuts it across. That's wide point Nebraska. Tough jump serve from Robson on the slide again. No touch and wide. Tried the same shot.
Moyer just trying to come around there, that hard, sharp angle. She's just missing a little bit wide on both shots.
Service error by Robson. She leads the team in aces with 30 on the season. So here's Haley Moyer now to serve for the Stags. Good dump on the second touch.
Great decision there by Cole Miller. Ball came up and just that quick response. And blocker stayed flat on the foot. Not ready and prepared.
Alexa Etheridge, the 5'7" freshman out of Lee's Summit, Missouri, with the serve. Pushed outside. Nebraska hustles after it, doesn't get there. Pfizer with the kill.
In for Fairfield, Caitlin Stapleton. Back to serve, Rachel Romansky.
Back into the game now for Nebraska comes Melanie Kyle. Romansky now serving. Tries it again, that time good coverage by Mata. At the top of the block goes Feen with the kill.
Feen just doing a nice job, making great shots. She had open area the first shot down the line. She's 3 swings and 3 kills.
Well, there's Mary Pohlmiller. Pohlmiller with a tough serve, handled by the Stags. And the big kill by C.C. Hall off the set of Pohlmiller.
Hall right in there for that transition, had that hand high and was ready for that quick transition. She's got 1 blocker, so she's really doing a nice job working right off the edges. Gives her lots of court to choose.
Another tough short serve, overpass. And point to Nebraska. So good alert swing by Feen, and Feen now batting 1,000, 5 for 5. I mean, 4. Yep, 4 kills. Wong-Arantes covers the dump. Feen again. Overpass. Ralston with the kill.
Amber Ralston right there, and again, you're seeing some of the Stags pop that ball up, but it's coming fast-paced, and it's rebounding all the way back to Nebraska, where they're being able to quick termination.
So game number 1, NCAA tournament for Nebraska. The Huskers on top of the Stags, 17-11. Look back to last weekend as Penn State came here to Lincoln. Nebraska took set number 1 from the Nittany Lions. Penn State came back, took set number 2. Senior night, very emotional night for those outgoing seniors. Kelsey Robinson, Morgan Brookheis. Nebraska actually had a lead late in sets number 3 and 4. They led both of those 23-20. 3-point advantage, 2 away from taking the set. And Penn State comes back, and that's a young team just not learning how to close against a very, very strong opponent.
And then as you get to push at this level now, when you start this tournament, you're going to have to push through in those situations. And you can't breathe mentally, physically for a moment.
Right. One more look. The block goes off of the hand. Feed and out. Paul Miller runs the quick middle. Hall doesn't terminate. Free ball back to Nebraska. Good quick set for Kelsey Feed, and Feed continues to be on fire. The sophomore from Bakersfield.
Feed's just really doing a nice job. Quick arm swing. She's really accelerating that hand to the side, beating the block, pushing it through before the field up.
There's the other freshman out of Papillion, Nebraska, Katie Ralston. Katie, all Big Ten first team in her freshman year. Off the no touch, they'll say one.
They're really having Katie serve the short serve right at the 10-foot line. If you look at the Fairfield players, there's 3 of them sitting there. You've got setters, you've got attackers. You're just going to try and jam that up.
Just over.
And again, you can see it's not allowing them to run their offense.
Little roll shot into the middle, and the All Big Ten Player of the Year with another kill. And a quick timeout called by the Stags. One more look at it.
And the defense is all around. You can see that open area. It's just a tempo shot. Takes a little bit off the ball, and again, lands short in front.
Well, you can watch NET Sports anytime, anywhere. You can download the free NET Nebraska app today. Watch college player profiles, full-length episodes from Big Red Wrap-Up, and so much more. Search for NET Nebraska in the App Store or download free at netnebraska.org/apps. We talked about Kelsey Robinson and the outstanding year she has had. 14 kills, 5 blocks in that match against Penn State. 30 aces, leads the team. 4.5 kills per set, leads the team. 323 hit percentage, leads the team.
Yeah, leads.
Right.
And again, what a great addition to this Nebraska squad.
You see that she led the Big Ten with nearly 4.7 kills per set. First Husker to win Big Ten Player of the Year, 4-time Player of the Week. Was a National Player of the Week early in the season. And leads the team in kills, digs, and service aces. No Husker has ever finished a season leading in those 3 categories.
The big 3, too. You know,
right.
Again, there's been several that have had 2, but 3 is just something that she's taking ownership for. And
not done yet, because those 2 are battling for the dig honor. Justine Wong-Arantes, the freshman, is only 4 digs behind Robinson, so you can't say that.
Yep.
She's led for the season yet, but she's just ahead. Big block on the outside. Amber Ralston.
Or met up with a strong block there with Ralston. She's just done a tremendous job getting just that shoulder strength. We keep talking about how she goes up so strong.
Nebraska very effective with the short serve right now. Another block by Robinson. Nebraska owning the block right now, roofing everything, trying to come over. And
the key is they're controlling with this serve. I mean, right now they're dictating what opportunities and what options Fairfield has.
Another short serve. They ran the quick tempo offense there, got it to the middle. It's Patrick.
Nick in, gets in front.
At one point, Nebraska trailed 8-6. Right inside the back line, another kill for the Stags.
Good control there by Caitlin Stapleton. High hand, puts a lot of her snap.
Here's Carson Mata. Punched over right in the middle by Cece Hall.
Mixing it up, keeping the defense off balance here right now. Just reading it like players are out to the outside. Just form that cup.
Tough pass there, timing off. Pass a little off, sets a little off, and that brings up set point number 1 for Nebraska on top, 24-14. Bring the crowd to their feet. And a serve is long. Set point number 2. Camille Coffey now to serve. Back row, Robson got it. Ran a little cross and Robson delivered.
Again, as the back row player, she's still a viable offensive attack, and again, just the power that she adds makes it very challenging for opponents.
Well, it's a cold one, and that time of year, and Santa hats are out. Maybe those are just big red hats.
I was going to say, they fit big red, don't they?
Well, here's a look at your first set statistics and dominant on one side.
And as you see highlighted there, the hitting percentage is, again, a huge discrepancy there. Defensive-wise, digs and also blocks. The 4 big blocks, Nebraska really challenging the Stags at the net.
So Huskers trying to play their way into round 2. Here at home, they would face the Oregon Ducks if they should hold on and win this tonight against the Stags. And remember, it was the Ducks. As you look at the Ducks, which won earlier tonight over Miami, it was those Ducks that knocked off Nebraska last year in the NCAA tournament. They did it up in Omaha.
And you see they all have notes, and it looks like they're all taking notes and scouting and watching.
Terrific team.
Looked
They
good
certainly
earlier.
did another tough second-round opponent for Nebraska. And of course, it wasn't that long ago, 2 years ago, Nebraska on their home floor in round number 2 lost to Kansas State.
For Fairfield, Hadley Orr.
Go back now to serve for the Stags is Hadley Orr, 6-foot sophomore out of Forest, Indiana. Good pass. Nebraska tries to run the quick offense. Hall gets a touch on it. Good dig by Wong-Arantes. Stags keep it up. Tip try. Free ball now.
Great save there.
Outside, tough angle, and got the kill. Good swing by Pizer.
And really, Coffey, nice just the pursuit of that ball to keep it alive and give them that opportunity to win that rally. And she pursued all the way out of the court, and they worked hard to get that offense.
Back row, Ralston.
Just saw a lot of power on that ball, and again, the tempo of the ball. Again, you can see the Stags going. That fast tempo, the velocity of that ball, challenging them.
Rolled into the net. See Nebraska defenders there, but it didn't clear the tape.
Tough
for
ball.
The Huskers.
Yeah, tough ball there for Pizer.
Now serving for the Huskers. Here's Paul Miller. Tough serve pulled out of the net. Well, good job to get a swing on that after the tough pass. Tip try kept alive by Ralston. Outside the other way, Feen rolls it right inside the back line. Nice play by Kelsey Feen.
Just great adjustment, good control of the ball. She takes tempo off, keeps that high hand, and it's really, again, about a placement.
To the outside. Good up by Wong-Arantes off the swing by Orr. And trying to send the free ball over, and it goes wide. Saw Leah Pittenger there, the Fairfield head coach, who played at Michigan. Played at Michigan back in 2001. Ball's on Nebraska's side, no net touch.
Serving for the Stags, Haley Boyer.
Off the top of the block, Ralston is going to kill.
Good high hand shot there by Amber Ralston out of the middle.
In the boxers and serving, Katie Ralston.
So here's Katie Ralston. Katie with that little short floater. Tough for the Stags to handle. Good dig there by Ralston. Kept alive. A nice job off the net to readjust and get a swing by Pizer. Pizer's got some good swings on some balls from that left side.
Right, she just works real hard to find some way to get attack. See, she had almost really backtracked and reversed to get in position to get her shoulder on the ball.
Miller, middle to Hall, outside to Pizer. Good dig by Orantes. Robinson, picked by Mata. And finally off the side of the block goes Hall, and CeCe Hall with the kill.
Hall does a great job there taking that and turning that ball off the hands. Watch the swing, takes it across.
Overpass, Ralston with the kill.
Hello. Gets up after that. Those are fun as an attacker. That, I believe, is her 4th kill, hitting right at 500.
Right side again by Pizer. Wide, no touch. Huskers point. Nebraska opens up a 5-point lead here, set number 2. Huskers won the first, 25-15. They trailed 8-6. Very slow start for both teams. Pizer now back to serve. Been effective in her last 15 matches. She has double-digit kills in 15 of the last 17. Another point for the Stags now. Nope, they're going to call it point Nebraska. But Pittenger doesn't agree either.
In for Fairfield, Bella Guansel. In to serve the Huskers, Lyle.
Lyle now back to serve for Nebraska. Chases it down. Robinson there in coverage. Back to Robinson. She'll go cross court. Finds that back corner. Good swing by Robinson.
Robinson working hard, getting to that outside and really just going through the hands of the Fairfield block.
And the net serve.
I believe that is 4 service errors for Nebraska.
Down the line.
Kyle does a nice job coming around, chasing that ball on that slide. Keeps that hand high and gets it on the ball.
Folks around the state might be interested to know that Creighton wins tonight in their first round NCAA match against Arkansas. 26-24 in the 4th to win it 3-1. Off from the side of the block there. Moyer with the kill. Christy Johnson's team is done for the season. Iowa State lost to Colorado. Battle of former Big 12 foes. Coffey with the serve. On the slide. Off the side of the block. Kyle with the kill. Melanie Kyle, the 6-foot freshman, middle out of Berlin, Germany. Competed with her club team in Berlin. With many national tournaments. In the German national team. She too has been seeing a lot of time as of late. Off the top of the net and the ace for Etheridge. Cook said at the beginning of the season about Melanie Kyle, physically gifted, just needs to adapt to U.S. volleyball. He knew it would take her a while. She had all the tools, and he said she'll be on the floor as soon as it starts to come around, and here she is in the last 3-4 matches. Seen a lot of time on the overpass there. CeCe Hall with the kill. a timeout called by Pittenger. So the Huskers lead it here in set number 2, 14-6. Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. Huskers on top 1-0. Taylor Martinez in attendance tonight. Been a big volleyball fan over the last couple of years. We see him frequently over at the Coliseum. We saw him, and now here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center.
Athletes supporting athletes.
That's right.
It's a good thing.
So Etheridge still serving for the Huskers. Nebraska on top 14-6 here in set number 2 on the slide. Rolled over. Robson there. Goes behind her to Ralston. Ralston uses the outside of the hand and right into the back part of the court for the kill.
Kill number 5 for Amber Ralston. She's just had a lot of fed balls, and when she's had the opportunity to take a big swing, she's delivered.
Nice looping serve there. Not sure if that was touching or not.
Net violation, point Fairfield.
Nebraska called for being in the net. John Pick wanted to know who it was.
And for Fairfield, Carolyn Heiser. Serving, Hadley Orr.
Back to serve now for the Stags is Hadley Orr, sophomore outside hitter, and that goes long. He struggled with the serve tonight. Have the Stags.
Harry Paul Miller.
A little bit bigger venue than they're used to. Told you off the top that Fairfield student body attendance about 3,800. Devaney Sports Center holds 85. Largest crowd they've played in front of this year, but they were at USC last year. They're familiar with environments like this. On the slide, gets it to fall.
Moyer there does a nice job again, just getting her hand on the ball. A little behind her. She gets a little bit past it, but is still able to get her hand on it.
Tough serve by Moyer. Great job by Robson to jump in front and take that. Into the net goes the swing from Heiser.
Heiser, working really hard on the outside. She's had some tough balls, and she continues to be aggressive.
Let's look at Katie Ralston, all Big Ten, first team this year. Remarkable how well this team has gelled together, given all of the new pieces that came in this year. Longarantes, the Ralston twins, Paul Miller, Robson. And Fairfield takes a quick timeout. So we are in set number 2. Huskers in control. Back at the Devaney Sports Center, Huskers in control here in round number 1 of the NCAA tournament. A lot of Big Ten teams making the tournament this year. Of course, Penn State, the number 2 overall seed. Nebraska, number 8 seed. And look at that. 5 teams from the Big Ten national seeds. 3 others making the tournament. So Purdue, Michigan State, and Michigan all in the postseason. Creighton made it, of course, into the tournament this year. Blue Jays winning in the first round tonight, knocking off Arkansas out of the SEC. Chases that down and can't get it, but good hustle. 20-8, Nebraska in control here in set number 2. Pushed outside off the top of the block, good up. Off the top, and another kill for the Huskers.
Really working that right side. That's the 7th kill for Amber Ralston. She's hitting at 538 clip right now.
Swing is wide, no touch. Nebraska. Oh, they do say touch. So 21-9 now. Nebraska still 4 away.
For Fairfield, Caitlin Stapleton.
A little tip off the top of the fingertips of Hall. That falls. 22-9.
Working really hard. Keeping that hand high, that's key, because wherever that ball is, and she has a chance, she gets a good target up there also for Cole Miller.
Get up the back row. Rolled into the middle. Robson with another kill.
Just a tempo ball there by Robson. Takes a little bit off, and we've seen the defense several times just sitting on that outside edge for that hard hit.
So Nebraska now at set point. In case you're wondering, early this year, Nebraska held ULM to just 4 points in one set. So this would not be the lowest. It would be the second lowest defensive offensive performance by a Nebraska opponent. Big block by the Huskers, falls in, and Nebraska wins it going away. Nebraska opening up the NCAA tournament in strong fashion. They've won sets 1 and 2, 15-9. So back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, along with Kathy Wieskamp, I'm Larry Putney. Good to have you with us as we bring you Nebraska volleyball in the NCAA tournament, round 1 against the Fairfield Stags. The Huskers have raced to a quick 2-zip lead, 25-15 in the first, 25-9 in the second. The only time it was really in doubt was set number 1 when Fairfield led 8-6. Since then, it's been all Huskers. Mary Pohlmiller will start it off for Nebraska here in set number 3. Fairfield out of Fairfield, Connecticut, which is 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes northeast of New York City. Small liberal arts college, 3,800 students. Senior women's administrator, Kathy, at Fairfield, is a former Nebraskan. Allison Sexton, the senior women's administrator. She's back here tonight with her family, enjoying her Stags taking on her former home state school.
Great opportunity for her to get back here and
right around the holidays, not bad.
support the team.
Pushed outside, tried line, no touch. Point Nebraska. Huskers race out to a 3-0 lead here in set number 1. There's a look at the head coach for the Stags, Elliot Pittenger. A terrific job with the Stags. 18 consecutive MAC conference tournaments they've made. Only 4 teams out of the MAC make that conference tournament, so 18 in a row is impressive. She's led in that way all 6 years she's been at the helm. Service error. Nice run by Pohlmiller to start set number 3. So Pizer now back to serve for the Stags. Brooke Heiss into the match, the Nebraska senior. We just chatted with Brooke Heiss here in her senior year, getting an opportunity in set number 3.
Just
long for Pizer.
Again, that service error has been, again, we've got 4 and 5 each of these squads tonight. And again, as Fairfield, again, that space. But if you notice, they really push deep on when they're served. They step as far back as they can. They're right in front of the fan sitting on the floor.
Katie Ralston now will serve.
She's been doing that short serve. We've seen it's really created some problems for Fairfield.
Causes problems again. Robson. Along with Melanie Kyle. We talked about Kyle getting a lot more playing time as of late. She saw action against Penn State, had 2 kills, 2 blocks, had a season high 6 kills with wins over Iowa. That is right at Pullmiller. Takes it off the nose.
Nice transition there again. That short serve has really been jamming them up, creating some issues for them as they're all stacked in.
Long by Kyle. Miller quick in the middle. Kyle delivers.
That's a little bit better. She had a little bit more court to work with earlier. She got pushed a little bit far to the left side. Here she's more in the middle, central located, and just works right off the edge of that block. Great swing.
Point Nebraska. Good quick set in the middle. We talked about Romansky off the top, the Fairfield setter, but she's won just about every MAC award this year. MAC Setter of the Year for the 3rd straight year. The first setter not only in Fairfield history, but in the league history to win it 3 consecutive years. She was first team All-MAC for the 2nd straight year, preseason player of the year, MAC championship MVP. There was a conference award out there. I think she won it.
And if you just isolate and watch her out on the court, she works very hard. She takes balls that aren't in good condition and improves them and makes her team better. And again, obviously deserving of those awards as you watch her play out here.
Saw Megan Haggerty with that last kill, getting some time here in set number 3. Big block, Haggerty right there, along with Pullmiller.
Comes right back up with that big block, again working to the outside.
Haggerty was just a star last year as a freshman. She'll be going through a little bit of that sophomore slump this year. She'll be playing with her sister here at Nebraska next year. Megan Haggerty's sister, one of the recruits that John Cook is bringing in. There's Haggerty. ABCA honorable mention All-American last year. And part of the All-Big Ten freshman team. Here she is. And got the kill.
Another swinging and come around, and that timing there again, that development of that, that's what's been kind of up and down for her and Pullmiller this year.
She really had an outstanding freshman season. Hit .333. Was freshman of the week 4 different times last year. 31 aces on the year now for Kelsey Robinson, the Big Ten Player of the Year.
And she puts so much velocity on that ball, and it drops so fast, that top spin.
Aaliyah Pittenger will take a timeout, talk it over with the Stags. Huskers on top here in set number 3, doubling up the Stags 12-6. Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, along with Kathy Wieskamp, I'm Larry Putney. I want to remind you, in January, NET Sports brings you Nebraska women's basketball live from the new Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln. Huskers will be taking the court against the Wolverines of Michigan, January 29th, 7 Central. You can catch it right here on NET1. Wolverines and the Huskers. Nebraska with a tough loss last time out as that just hooks a bit wide. They're on the road, losing to North Carolina after leading early. Tar Heels, one of the top teams as Nebraska is this year in women's basketball. On the slide, Haggerty's dug, tip try. Wongerantis is there. Trying to get it over on the dunk. Punched over. Runs the middle. Haggerty with the kill.
Haggerty worked very hard. Nice series for her across the front. That quick transition, working hard. And Pullmiller really feeding her through that as well. I believe her 3 kills, hitting 750 on that stretch.
Alexa Etheridge into serve. Play back row. Dig by Robson. Great pass. They'll go right back to her. She rolls it into the middle. Coverage is there. Aggressive swing from the outside by Kaiser. Kaiser with another kill.
Kaiser had a one-on-one there as Kyle went up on the opposite direction. And again, she's a strong attacker. She delivers.
Fairfield does not have an outside hitter hitting in positive numbers.
Overall, the team also, again, negative in their hitting percentage. Nebraska just right at 469, so just under that 500 mark.
The only player who's hitting for a positive is Romansky, the setter, who's hitting 200. A couple of dumps that have worked. Rolled over. Wangerantis is there. They're just having a hard time terminating. That's a great up. By the Stags on the slide. Tip try. Not down. Good up. Off the hit by Kyle, and then the kill by Kaiser. And Kaiser racking up the kills here.
And again, just some energy. Here's that pancake and a great up there, and it keeps alive, and then the Stags get the point.
Larson Mata with that up. Outside. King doesn't get it down. Block thrown up. Wide of the court.
In Nebraska, Morgan Brookheis.
Morgan Brookheis back in for Nebraska. Gets a round of applause. Brookheis this season has a career high 7 kills in a match twice. Her career high 22 back in 2011. She had that outstanding sophomore season. Had a pretty fair freshman year as well, did Brookheis. Honorable mention All Big Ten back in 2011.
Kaiser again, big swing there, and she has that opportunity, a good ball to drive to. She has a nice, explosive swing.
Kyle and Keene late closer. Kyle and Brookheis late closing that up. Another service error, and that is now 5 service errors on the Stags.
In for Fairfield, Bella Wansel. Into the Huskers and serving, Katie Ralston.
Here again, that situation with Katie Ralston serving that short, where you can see all 3 of the Fairfield players right there in that small corner.
Melody Kyle with the big block right at the net for the Huskers.
And Ralston again creating that situation by that tough serve. She's serving really right on top of their head.
Good touch, finds the open floor and the kill.
Great decision there by Stapleton. Again, everything was up. That deep corner open, she just sends it quickly back to the Nebraska side.
Aggressive attack off of the touch. Robson gets the kill.
At the serve, Justine Wangerantis.
Nebraska on its way to another opening round win here in the NCAA tournament. They are 25-1 all time in first round games. Of course, tomorrow night, Oregon awaits. The Ducks have left the building. Robinson.
A little bit long there. We've got a 4-point game here. 18-14. Stags working 1 or 2 in there.
Another service error.
Into Nebraska and serving, Brenna Lyles.
And Brenna Lyles off the bench one of those players who came in early in the season for John Cook, and he said, I just didn't think she'd see the floor this year, but made it impossible to keep off the floor. Thanks to serves like that. Huskers leading here in the third. Well, Huskers on the run, trying to make it another national title. They won it in 95, 2000, and 2006. On top here in the first round of the NCAA tournament, on top of the Fairfield Stags. Nebraska 25-1 all-time in opening round tournament games. Their only loss came back in 1983 against Western Michigan. Was that your freshman year?
83? Nope, 84.
Yep. Missed it, huh?
Yep.
So you started the streak again.
There you go. That's right, kicked it right off. Yep, and we heard about it. I mean, again, they talked about that a lot. You know, yep. So
that was when it was the Big 8?
Big 8.
Huh, I was thinking it was still the Big 6.
Nope, we advanced at that point.
Hit by Haggerty, doesn't get it down. Weaver the middle, off the block. Haggerty and Ralston with the block up front. So 21-15, Nebraska 4 away. Back in for Nebraska is Kelsey Feen. Feen with good size for an outside. 6'3", sophomore outside out of Bakersfield, California.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Of course there was a touch.
Moyer with the serve. Good pass on the slide, the touch. Coverage by the Stags.
Great
good hustle to chase it down. They can't keep it up. So Haggerty credit for the kill.
And again, Haggerty has had 2 nice stretches across the front. Yeah, look at that, Hadley Orr pursuing that ball all the way to the edge. Love that.
Good aggressive swing, but a big block put up by Melanie Kyle. And another roof. Nebraska's block has been big tonight. Now blocking them
11 to nothing.
11-zip, Nebraska on the block.
Back to serve, Rachel Romansky.
So here's Romansky now back to serve. 5'8" senior setter. On the final game of her outstanding collegiate career. Off the top of the block and a kill by Kelsey Feen.
It's a great high hand shot there by Feen.
And that'll put Nebraska at match point here in set number 3. Good up by Wong-Orantes. Outside, Feen to close it out, and she does. So the Huskers successfully open up round 1 of the NCAA tournament. It's a sweep for the Big Red. They handle the Stags of Fairfield in straight sets, 15, 9, and 17. When we come back, we'll be joined by John Cook. Stay with us.